Hello and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities. My name is Rochelle, and I'm here to do a reading for Scorpio. Scorpio, wherever you have that in your chart, we all have it somewhere. My rising happens to be Scorpio. Where do you have Scorpio? Yeah, I felt the desire to pull out my black deck. I love this deck just simply because I love black. It is such a great shade. It's not actually a color. It is, well, technically, isn't it all colors? Black is all colors. White is the absence of color. Or is it the other way around? Depends who you ask. Either way, I like this. I like the shade. All right, so I digress. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a 9-card spread. I've got my little cheat sheet here. Remember to get that out. And yeah, we'll find out what's going on for Scorpio. Scorpio. We've got 10 of Wands. I'm going to pull all the cards out first, and then I will talk about them. Knight of Cups. Page of Cups. Cool. 8 of Cups. This is a Scorpio reading. There's a lot of water here so far. 2 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles. Interesting. 5 of Pentacles. Did that come up for Libra yesterday? I think it did. Yeah, Libra had kind of a crazy reading. You could have Libra in your chart. Could be on the cusp. Doesn't have to be associated with Libra at all. We got the Hangman. All right. Someday, I swear, someday I will get a much better setup. 5 of Swords. Yeah, Libra also got 5 of Swords and 5 of Pentacles, I'm pretty sure. They got 2 5s as well. So you very well might be on the cusp. And 2 of Swords. Okay. All right. Well, interesting. This is very interesting. Okay, so your center card is 2 of Pentacles. This is a card of juggling, trying to find balance, going back and forth between 2 things, maybe like knowing you need to make a choice, but not knowing which one would not knowing which one to choose, basically. Hey, Jojo. um, so you're in some kind of situation in your life where I don't know. I mean, Scorpio, you're kind of crazy sometimes. Maybe you are juggling in some respect. Maybe you're juggling people, juggling circumstances, juggling ideas, going back and forth. What do you do? Something. So the context of the situation, we've got the 10 of Wands, Page of Cups, releasing a burden, I think, or feeling burdened. Okay, this could go a couple of different ways. Because, yeah, the 10 of Wands is feeling burdened, and you have the choice to release it or keep it in. Next to the Page of Cups, I feel like there is somebody you feel burdened by who is, um, I don't know, maybe they're making you some kind of offer. There's something that's like kind of new and sweet and a little bit like the Page of Cups. Pages are kind of immature. Um, they're young. They just don't have a lot of experience. And the pages are also about communication. So maybe someone's bringing you some kind of communication that you just feel a little bit like it's too much, you know. Sometimes this can be something where someone comes in and is like, "Hey, Scorpio, look how awesome I am." Like they're trying to like be different and cool and amazing, and you're a little bit beyond that, a lot beyond that, and you're just like, "Oh my God, grow up." Um, but you have the Two of Swords here. This is my Luke Skywalker card. This is purposely keeping that blindfold on so that you can tap into your other senses. Um, knowing that you need to make a choice. Once again, we've got yeah, the two twos here, two fives and two twos. So I don't know. Like, I wonder if there's someone new coming in and it's a burden because I, mm, okay, I'll just use this. I'll use a romantic scenario here. Doesn't have to be, but let's say that you're already with someone and then someone new comes along and you're kind of intrigued by them. They have a sweet offer. This feels like a burden because now you have to make a choice. And you don't know which way to go. You have to use your intuition to figure out what to do. So, excuse my cat. Um, here we have the Hangman. So the two of swords and the Hangman. It's like needing to make a choice, and so either taking the time or being forced to take the time to go within to gain a new perspective, surrendering to the whatever's going on and just not forcing yourself to make a decision until you're ready. Because this feels like a heavy burden. Okay. So in the recent, well, yep, crazy. We got a crazy kitty now. Kitty confirmation about this burden and this need to make a choice. So this is the recent past. Feeling burdened, and so you walked away and are taking the time to gain this new perspective on whatever this burden was. Um, the thing about walking away is there's always a walking towards something. Walking away from one thing is walking towards something else, but you're not quite ready. I think because you're in this place of like, do I decisively end that thing? Like you want to let go of a burden, but then it's left you in this place of needing to gain a new perspective, trying to at least. And this was the recent past. So then currently you have the Knight of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, and the Five of Swords. Hmm. So the Knight of Cups. This is someone who comes in with a sweet offer, very romantic and chivalrous. Not always the most reliable people, um, but very, very, very intriguing. Pulls you in. Feels like, oh, this could be fun. You feel like the center of this person's world or something. They make you feel like that when they're with you. And so here you are juggling. Feeling that feel like there might be two people here. Kitty feels that way too. Or maybe you're juggling this part of yourself where you're like, okay, I walked away, but now here they come with this sweet offer, and you're going back and forth. Do I stay away or do I come back? With the Five of Swords, it almost feels like you're in this place where you're like, well, maybe I can just tell people what they want to hear. Maybe I can just kind of wing this. I don't exactly know how I feel yet. You're not feeling completely decisive. And so there's a part of you that's like, maybe I won't reveal all my cards. You don't even know what your cards are, possibly. Um, yeah. The 5 of Swords, it can be, you know, if this isn't you, this is someone else that you're dealing with. I mean, we have another scenario here where there's someone who's making you this emotional, sweet emotional offer, and then there's someone else who has been a little bit Uh, deceptive in some way. Not been very yeah, Kitty doesn't like this one. If this is another person that you're juggling, maybe you're caught between 2 people, and they're very different kinds of people, and one of them is very just wears their heart on their sleeve, and they're just there, and this other one is, kinda cold and, um, eh, withholding. um, there's been tension and conflict, and for whatever reason you feel like you need to juggle this. You're in the midst of juggling these two things. Again, take it how it resonates. Excuse me. um, whether that's you in this place or dealing with someone else, couple of someone's. Kitty. In the near future, you've got the Page of Cups, the Five of Pentacles, and the Two of Swords. This is really it's interesting looking at the image here, because here's this here's this communication that's coming towards you. Um some kind of offer. And with the 5 of Pentacles, this is kind of a card of, these two people, they've been through it. It's rough, like in in the Rider Waite tarot, which is this is based on. They're out in the snow, it's cold. And here's this church that they're passing, and they're choosing not to go in. And I follow one reader who talks about how they've chosen to continue their journey rather than going in, because there are only 5 pentacles offered there. And even though they're kind of down and out, they have their sights set on something more, something better. And I feel like this this is feeling like you you see that there's some merit to stopping somewhere, to going into getting out of the cold, but it's not going to be fulfilling because there's somebody here who's offering making an offer, and you're steadily moving towards that. That's more interesting to you than whatever this stability is, because you feel like it's not enough for you. And with the Two of Swords, you're having to use your intuition. You understand that you have this choice between the stability between stopping and settling, basically taking what's there. It's not going to be the ultimate fulfillment for you, but it's something. It's better than nothing. But you also understand that you might not want to go towards the stable thing. You might want to go towards something new and different. And so you're taking the time to get into your intuition, rather than being swept up by your emotions, to be kind of separated from them a little bit. There are a lot of emotions. It's water can represent emotions. So there's a lot there, but you're taking the time to um distance yourself a little bit. Kitty, I feel like I need to throw some. No, Kitty. Oh goodness. Hey, hey. I'll throw something at her. Stop it. Sorry. Sorry for the distraction. She's getting crazy. I knew this would happen because the energy already today is building, and as soon as I started typing Scorpio on my computer, she got up and started like getting into stuff. Yeah, I can't stop her. All right. So let's carry on, shall we? So your ideals, dreams, and aspirations. We've got the 10 of Wands, the Knight of Cups, and the Page of Cups. You feel these are your dreams and aspirations. I feel like you want to release a burden in favor of something very, very sweet, some kind of somebody who's coming in who's got an emotional offer for you, who is very charming and different and fun. You 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 want to release yourself from feeling like you should do something in favor of what you actually want to do. And I mean, these two energies are, because I feel like this could be you as well, like getting into your emotions. Both of these are water cards. This is all about you letting go of whatever's been holding you back, so you can just kind of, if this isn't someone coming into your life, this could just be you being like, you know what? I want to get on my horse. I want to put a fish in a cup. I want to go and fly my freak flag and be my most authentic self and just revel in that for a while. Um, be free. Makes me think of a Beck song that I really like I think it's called I'm Free. Um, anyway, let's see. Your current state, your day-to-day life. You have the Eight of Cups, the Two of Pentacles, and the Five of Pentacles. You're currently in a place where there is movement. There's moving away from what you don't want. Trying to find the balance. Walking away from something so you can walk towards something else. And it's hard, you see that light, there's warmth in there. It can be so easy to settle sometimes on something just because it'll get you out of the discomfort that you're currently in. But there's a part of you that's just like, I know that I'm going to end up feeling dissatisfied. I walked away for a reason. I need to keep going. But it's hard to settle on a final decision. And so you keep being in this place of juggling. Keep walking, stop and take what's offered. The undercurrent shaping the situation, baggage that you're bringing in to the situation. We have the Hangman, the Five of Swords, and the Two of Swords. There's been a period of time, if we're talking about another person here or other people, there hasn't been contact, I think, for a while here. You've been taking this time to gain a new perspective, looking at what's gone down, looking at somebody who you feel was they they weren't they were all about themselves and holding on to what they could grab and not sharing their wealth. And yet you found yourself needing to choose. Maybe you've been through this over and over again a few times where you're dealing with people. This is a cycle. a karmic cycle that keeps coming back around because you haven't been learning your lesson. Maybe this is when you finally do start to learn the lesson, because with the Hangman and the Two of Swords, this is about tapping into your intuition, using figure like finally deciding like you don't want to put up with this kind of behavior anymore. Someone who comes in and they take everything for themselves and don't want to share, like make you do all the work. It's very common for a lot of people, but I think with Scorpios especially, because Scorpios are typically loyal to a fault and will give and give and give and give. And you finally come to this point where you're like, I don't want to do that anymore. But there's still a part of you that's like, but like, maybe there's some nostalgia. Maybe there's something that keeps you coming back to this energy that is not good for you because it's familiar. Maybe you dealt with a parent like this. So many of us have. And so your default is to go towards these people who are not they're not good for you. They tend to be kind of narcissistic and self-serving. And I feel like you're at this you're at this tipping point. You're not quite there. You're thinking about it, but the teeter-totters right here where it's like, do we just and that's what this represents. Do you this way? Do you that way? Do you yes? Do you no? Up or down? In or out? What are you doing? Okay, so then we have kind of the outcome, the potential outcome, possibilities. We've got the Ten of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, and the Two of Swords. I mean, you could be, it feels like you can continue to carry this burden. You can forever be in a place of juggling, of needing to decide, trying to find your balance. I mean, that's kind of life, right? We're always the pendulum's always swinging. We're never I just saw 2244. We're never perfectly center. But we kind of want to strive for that. But you also don't want to kind of put it out into the universe that um I always try to find my balance, because then what you're telling the universe, you're kind of putting the message out to the universe that I'm always trying. So then you get more of that. And you're never just happy where you are. You're always stuck in this mode of juggling. That's the burden. So do you release the burden or do you hang on to it? It's your choice. It's not an easy choice, I know. Believe me, I knew. And then we have Page of Cups, Two of Pentacles, and the Hangman. Here you are. Once again, you have choices. What do you choose? I kind of feel like you, no matter what you do, you have to choose yourself first. You have to take yourself out of the situation, which I think you are. You have been, and you continue to do. You have to surrender, gain that new perspective. That's what's going to help you find the balance. That's what's going to help you decisively choose one way and go for it. Maybe stopping at your 5 pentacles is good enough for you. Maybe going in and getting warm and you know temporarily that will help you. I don't think that's what you want to do though. But in the moment you're feeling kind of stuck. You want that happiness. You want that lightness, that levity, the playfulness and the fun and something different. And so just keep working on that. Keep doing that healing that needs to happen in order for you to truly decide, make the decision that's right for you. I kind of get the impression that you have been making choices that have been um, based on what other people want, which is also very common. What do you want? What's important to you, Scorpio? You don't have to juggle anymore. I mean, if it's fun, sometimes juggling can be quite fun. But I think in because of the burden, because of feeling left out in the cold, feeling like you're on this journey. And it's funny because I was just looking here at the coming up, what's coming up. When I held up the cards, I was holding them up like these people were moving towards this offer. Actually, the way it's supposed to go is this. You're moving away from that offer. You're moving towards what your intuition is telling you should do. Because this offer is not enough for you. So, um, anyway, whoa, there's a reading for you. Let me finish off with a chakra card. Yeah, chakra card. I'm kind of feeling the numerology cards as well. Oh my gosh. Hey, Redbeard. Redbeard is here. And Yuva Raj. Hello. Oh boy. Aries female. Yeah, water signs and fire signs. Um, do have a tendency to come together, don't they? Oh my God. Okay. We've got solar plexus chakra, courage. I have the strength, courage, and willpower to face my fears and see my desires, dreams, and goals through to completion. I release the need to be anything other than who I am in order to succeed. Oh, I love that. I believe in myself and have the courage to fail and succeed. I am possible. I am possible. It makes me think of the word impossible. There's I'm possible right in there, written right in there. So, anyway, I love that. I release the need to be anything other than who I am in order to succeed. That is that is exactly what's happening here. Feeling like you need to be other than you are. Up to this point, and now you're in this place of figuring that out. Not juggling, not you're coming to an understanding of not compromising yourself for others, but you still have that default mode. It comes into play a lot. And so, at a certain point, when you finally gain that new perspective, I think you'll finally, that teeter totter will go in the direction that you need it to. Um, okay. I'm really feeling the need for a couple of numerology cards. So we'll just finish off with these. Completion. Yep. This is you coming to that place, finally releasing the burden, finally completing a major karmic cycle. 9. Yep. In numerology, 9 is is the last before you circle back around to 1 again. And you have the 10 of wands here as well, which in tarot is a card of completion as well. I think that you're finally coming to that place of choosing yourself. Synchronicity. Synchronicity. This is what tells you you're on the right track. When things start lining up, when you have those crazy moments of synchronicity where you're just like, wow, it feels like magic. That's the universe confirming that yes, you are on the right track. Keep going. and spirituality, which is this whole process is spiritual growth, is um maybe you're having a spiritual awakening, or maybe you're just tapping more deeply into your understanding of what spirituality means to you, your spiritual self. um this is the perspective shift that you're getting from going within. This is how you're tapping into your intuition. Spirituality to me is that understanding of that there's more to all of this than just the 3D world that we're familiar with, right? It's that deeper knowing that there's a hand, there's a bigger hand in things. Somehow, some way, there is so much more going on than we fully understand. And so, um, y- when you tap into your intuition, you're tapping into your higher power. That is your direct line to your higher power. So, if whatever you need to do to tap into this, meditation, prayer, whatever you do to connect to your higher power, that's when you start to see the synchronicities in your life. So, all right, I'm going to end there. Whoa, Scorpio. Yep, it's a Scorpio reading, all right. Keep it up. It's going to get better. Um Remember to just keep coming back to you. Always, always, always. And you'll figure out what you need to do. And you'll be able to stop the juggling. Stop the craziness. All right, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And thank you so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing.